Hi, my name is Miss Arroyo, and I have been teaching and observing your daughter Yasmin. I have been with Yasmin since the beginning of the semester, and I must say, I have seen a lot of progress in Yasmin. Yasmin is currently in the 4th grade reading level, but Yasmin is a bit behind and she seems to be struggling. She is a very determined student and is really a hard worker. I am sure by the end of the year we can have her at grade level. Nice to meet you, Mr. Arroyo. I am Yasmin's father, and I would just like to know where my daughter stands and how we can help her. There have been a couple assessments that I have done on Yasmin in order to assess her. I first assessed her phonemic awareness and phonics, then I assessed Yasmin's reading fluency and vocabulary. Lastly, I assessed Yasmin's comprehension. All of the assessments truly allowed me to learn a lot about who Yasmin is as a reading student and what skills we need to work on. Phonemic awareness deals with sounds. Based on the phonemic awareness assessment I did, I can say Yasmin's phonemic awareness is in place. I believe she is proficient and would just benefit from us having her read books that will require her to learn a larger vocabulary. Yasmin did need some help with rhyming skills, so I would recommend Yasmin playing rhyming games like Rhyming Bingo. I can make these available for you guys to play at home, as well as give you guys some Dr. Seuss books that she can read at home. Thank you so much, Mr. Arroyo. I am sure this will help. The phonics assessment was a name test that basically consisted of non-common names and required Yasmin to properly pronounce them. I noticed that Yasmin had trouble decoding the names. If the names were too long or difficult, she would simply skip them. Yasmin will benefit from instruction in decoding longer words, and that is something I plan to work with her. She would also benefit from instruction on digraphs and blends. Overall, practice makes perfect, so we need to make sure Yasmin is reading often at home. I gave Yasmin a short passage called Pets to assess her fluency, and I noticed that Yasmin's fluency is not fully in place where we want it to be. She read the passage really slowly and only read accurately up to the 4th grade level. She was actually focusing on pronouncing each word correctly. In order to improve her reading, Yasmin once again needs a lot of practice reading. I believe it is also crucial that we monitor her through assessing her fluency more often. I think that you and I, as parents and teachers, can model what good oral reading is, as well as assist her when she is doing oral reading. It is key to give her many opportunities to practice. Yasmin was giving a word meaning test as her vocabulary assessment, and it showed that Yasmin does not have a good foundation in vocabulary. This was not surprising to me at all, as her fluency was low, and they can sometimes go hand on hand. I believe I need to introduce her to sophisticated synonyms for simple words. I also plan to give Yasmin and her classmates tests that they can make richer by changing some of the vocabulary, which will allow them to practice. I am very proud of Yasmin, as in her comprehension assessment she did really well. It did take her a while to read the passage, but she comprehended it well, and I could recall her recalling a lot of the details, and she was also able to answer a lot of the questions that I asked her about the passage. I want to help Yasmin learn how to make connections and how to make some ideas or have some ideas of what the text will be previewing or showing us. Overall, research shows us that phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension work hand in hand. As we begin to improve one skill, another skill will begin to improve also. We just need to dedicate more time to Yasmin. She will improve from practicing every day on her reading. But, like I mentioned earlier, there is a lot more that we can do in order to help her. I thank you for your time, and I hope that we can continue to work together in order to make sure that Yasmin progresses. I believe that Yasmin is an awesome student, and I enjoy having her in my classroom. So I would just like to take the time to say thank you for coming in and taking interest in your students' education. Well, Mr. Arroyo, I would just like to say thank you for taking the time to teach my student and to really encourage her to improve in life.
Created using Powtoon.